Today, we're going to dive deep into an idea that challenges the most basic thing we think we know about ourselves. It's an ancient concept from the philosophy of Advaita Vedanta, and it says our true self, well, it has no beginning and no end. So let's explore what on earth that could possibly mean. The poet Rumi really nailed the heart of this idea when he wrote, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." It's this beautiful hint that who we think we are individually is just one tiny expression of something way, way bigger. And here it is, the core statement. You were never born, and you will never die. I know, that sounds completely impossible, right? I mean, our entire lives are defined by birth and death. But what if that's only part of the picture? What if the you you've always thought you were isn't the real you at all? To even begin to get our heads around this, we first have to unpack that identity we carry around with us every single day, the one we call me. Just think about it for a second. Who are you really? Are you your name? Your job title? The sum of your memories and experiences? Well, the philosophy we're digging into today suggests that all of these things, they're just pieces of a story, a narrative we've mistaken for who we truly are. All right, so if we aren't just our personal stories, then what are we? This brings us to the heart of the matter, a concept called non-duality. This whole idea comes from Advaita Vedanta, and Advaita literally means not two or non-dual. It's proposing that there isn't a separate you and a separate me and a separate world out there. Instead, there is just one single unified consciousness or awareness that is the very essence of everything. There's a really powerful metaphor that makes this so much clearer. Think of your individual self, your personality, your body, all of it, as a wave. It rises up from the ocean, it has a unique shape for a little while, and then it sinks back into it. It looks separate, sure, but it was never anything other than the ocean itself. And in this analogy, you aren't the wave, you are the entire ocean. Or hey, here's another way to think about it. Our thoughts, our emotions, our sensations, they are constantly changing, just like clouds drifting across the sky. And we get so caught up in those clouds, right? We think we are the storm or we are the sunny patch. But this teaching suggests our true nature is the sky itself, that vast, open awareness where all these experiences happen, but which is never touched or changed by them. So what is it that keeps us so identified with the wave instead of the ocean, or the clouds instead of the sky? Well, it's a powerful mental construct that we call the ego. Now, the crucial thing to get here is that the ego isn't some evil thing. It's just a mental story, the story of me that we piece together from our our memories, our body, and the stories of when we were born and when we'll die. It's that feeling of being a separate, vulnerable little person in a big world. And this whole process starts really early. When we're kids, we start to see other people as separate from us, so we naturally build an identity for ourselves as being separate too. It's a normal part of growing up, but according to this teaching, it's this very feeling of separation that leads to things like isolation, anxiety, and that constant nagging need to protect and prop up me. Okay, this might all be sounding pretty abstract, I get it, but the goal here isn't just to believe this as a philosophy, it's to actually experience it for yourself. And there's a really simple way to start looking. So here's a simple little practice of self-inquiry. First, just sit somewhere comfortable and close your eyes. Then, just notice your breath. Don't try to change it or anything, just observe it. Now, the crucial shift happens next. You move your focus from the breath itself to the silent awareness that's doing the noticing. And the final step is this quiet realization, this unchanging awareness has always been here. That's your true self. So, why does any of this matter? What's the point? Well, the ultimate reason for this realization is deeply practical. It's about changing the very foundation of how we experience life itself. A common mistake is to think this means becoming some cold, detached robot, but it's the exact opposite. When you're no longer completely consumed with protecting the fragile story of me, you're finally free to engage with life more openly, more deeply, and with so much less fear. All the stuff of life, stress, joy, big decisions, it can all flow more naturally when there isn't a constant narrator inside judging every little thing. This perspective just turns our normal point of view completely inside out. We usually think of ourselves as a person who has consciousness. This view suggests, no, you are consciousness that is temporarily having the experience of being a person. It's a subtle difference in words, but it's a massive shift in how you see everything. And this brings us right back to the beginning. The body, the personality, the whole story, that's the wave. It has a start and it has an end. But your true nature, awareness itself, that's the ocean. It was never born and it can never die. And when this is seen directly, that deep fear of death really starts to lose its power. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. If that deep-seated fear of your own non-existence just wasn't the main thing driving your life anymore, what would change? How would you act? What would you create? It's a pretty powerful question to think about.